Good morning, everybody. Wow, I've had 25 live feeds already. That's a milestone. I didn't realize that. That's cool. So, Tori, I hope you find this. I know there's some other people that might be listening today, so we'll just wait a little while till everybody gets online. Hi, Judy. Good morning. I hope you're feeling better. Been sending you lots of Reiki. Okay. All right. So I think I'll just say the prayer to get started before everybody comes on. So we'll say our morning prayer. The light of God is in us, the love of God is in us, the strength of God is in us, the peace of God is in us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And we ask Quan Yin and all our angels and guides, teachers to be with us today. You're welcome, Judy. Hi. Okay, so today I thought I'd start out with an oracle card from the Goddess deck by Doreen Virtue. So I just picked a card to see what they have to say today. And I got the card Bast, who's an Egyptian goddess, the cat goddess, associated with cats. And she was the queen of Ra, I think it was. Let me check that. Oh, she was the daughter of the sun god Ra. Okay, and she's also a moon goddess. So she's a moon and a sun goddess, which is kind of unusual. Okay, and so the message that I got from this card, if you can read it, it says independence. Okay, so I've been thinking lately about why so many of us are still single, when astrologically this should be a good year for people meeting their twin flames or their soulmates. And some people have, which is great for them, but some of us are still single. And mostly it's people on a spiritual path. So I started thinking about that this week. And this card kind of explains what's going on with that a little bit. It says, your independence is a foundation for your strength and success. So I think what happens a lot of times is if we get in relationship, our souls sometimes get off track of our spiritual path. And so some of us, it's really hard for us to be in relationship and keep focused on our spiritual path, because then we tend to get involved in the other person's path, or we worry about their path and we want to help them with what they're doing, or stuff like that happens. So I think for some of us, it's just easier, if we really want to be kept on our focus on our spiritual path, to be alone. And we might not want to be alone, but that's just the way it works out until we get to a certain point where we can keep our center no matter what, even if we're in relationship. Okay, and another aspect of this card that I was thinking about is the United States. And how the United States, when it was first conceived as a country, was based, hi Lori, was based on independence. And how everyone wanted to be, a fierce individualist. And we're going to let everyone be who they are, be whatever religion they wanted to be. They came here to get away from religious persecution so they could have the beliefs they wanted to. Many different groups came to the United States just for that purpose. And what we're seeing now is we're kind of losing that, and we want everybody, well, it's been happening for a long time, but then we started getting more conformist. And the more you conformed to what was PC or whatever was, the new normal, or whatever people felt was the majority consensus, that's what people wanted to promote and the government pushed that, of course, through the education system and everybody having to learn the same things, all that kind of stuff. They push that on us. So then now we've gotten to a point where we're not valuing our independence as individual souls, as individual thinkers, and we're losing our freedom in that way. So I think this is a good reminder that one of the most valuable things about the soul of the United States as a country is that freedom and independence of thinking from each individual person. And also in a bigger context of our soul growth and what we're going through right now, it's very important to, yes, have like-minded friends, but we all have to remember that we're all on our singular path. And our souls will evolve in its own time. And everybody's timing is different. So a lot of, deep revelations came from this card. So I want to read some of the rest of what it means, and you can put your own spin on it. Like the cat, you're fiercely independent, yet you also need affection and playful companions. Now is the time to balance your social interactions with solitude. While you may ask others for their opinions, ultimately you must make your own decisions. Your freedom and independence are top priorities, so ensure that these characteristics are nurtured. So I'll read that again. Your freedom and independence are top priorities, so ensure that these characteristics are nurtured. So I think it's very important for us right now as we help each other too, in groups and in, if you're into political activism or whatever you're into, that we do in groups. It's also important to remember your individual soul path focus too, and really value everyone else's independence and their freedom, and letting them walk their own talk and let them do what they need to do for themselves too, and not try to tell people what to do or interfere with that. So, because sometimes, if you tend to be codependent or you tend to be, controlling or any of those kind of things in your personality, you don't really like to let that happen sometimes. But it's really important right now for us to value everyone's freedom and independence and not try to squash that or control it. So, okay, so does anybody have any questions for today? Anybody have questions? Hi, Kim. Yep, so I'm asking for questions, so if anybody has a question, just type it, and then I can go into trance and answer the question. Okay, just a little reminder that you can always send me donations from my website if you want. And also, I have a package deal, 3 counseling sessions, half an hour a piece for $133. So that's my special deal. So you can have that spread out over time. You don't have to have it all at once. Anybody have a question? Okay, so and also to remind everybody to put their stomach on the earth and connect with the earth and the frequencies that are coming in and the vibration of the earth, because it's gone up so much. We need to make sure we're connecting with that and vibrating at the same rate. Hi, Steve. And also to make sure you're hooking up with the Ascended Master that you feel in resonance with. And let them know. Has anybody done that? Anybody want to share what they've had experienced with that, if they've connected with them? Hi, Josie. Tell me if anybody's connected with their Ascended Master since I started telling you that they would come and be your guidance. Okay. So I'm really excited. My friend Steve is here on Maui visiting, and Kim is coming in June with her friend from New Zealand. Wonderful New Zealand carver, Carrie. So we're excited to have them be coming here. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, does anybody have any questions? I'm just gonna go in a trance real quick and see what's happening. Okay, here I go. Namaste. A little transmission of toning to help you heal and clear all that is unbalanced or out of sorts with any of you. And also to help you integrate the energies that have been coming through this week. Some of you may have felt your third eye chakra spinning or pulsating or having some feelings in that area. For we have been working with that this week with many of you. And you can help this process along by just giving yourself plenty of rest, and also to lightly focus there inwardly and look at that chakra and see the color purple, violet in that area. And just play with it and see what you experience. We don't recommend focusing on it for long periods of time, but just short few minutes of looking through the third eye area is good practice. And just feel the flow that's starting to happen throughout your body, up and down your spine, through all the chakras. Put your bare feet on the ground, on the earth, and connect and make sure you stay grounded. Sometimes it is difficult to do that in this time of increased vibration, so make sure you stay grounded. With our grounding exercise, take your roots down into the center of the earth and pull that warm, red, fiery energy back up into your heart chakra. And you go up, up, up from your crown chakra up into the central sun, way past your sun into the center of the universe and back down through your sun, back down through your crown, and mix that white light energy with the red energy in your heart chakra. until you have a nice pink glow. And I've given you, some of you, lotus blossoms of my energy in your heart chakra. And some of you have other teachers, other masters that you've connected with, and they will share their gifts with you at this time. Thank you for all coming and sharing with this energy. And please continue on your path. You're all doing such a wonderful job. And we're always happy to help in any way we can. Come forward and help you when you ask. And don't forget to participate with the elementals that are very willing and able to help you with things, especially in your environment. So please speak with them, leave them little presents, thank them, talk to them, play them music. They really appreciate that. All the fairies, the endives, the sylphs, the salamanders. And if you're not aware of what the elemental kingdom is and what they do for you, please read up on it. For they've been here for such a long time, since the beginning, and created your natural environment and take care of it. And so please talk to them. They're willing to help you. They love to speak with you. And they'll leave you little signs of fairy rings, of mushrooms that grow in a circle, or playful little things that they do that you'll notice, or a mushroom may grow in your potted plant, or things like that, when you'll know that they're around you. So they really would like to have your attention and appreciation. Okay, so is there any questions? I don't see any questions. Oh. Okay. Well, I don't see Tori. I guess she didn't find it. But does anyone else have any questions before I sign off? Okay. So we're having a lot of toning today, so just take that in. Namaste. Okay. Oh, hi, Carol. Hello, Danielle. How are you? Okay, does anybody else have a question that's just come on? What should be a ritual for new spring? Oh, that's a great question. Well, I would say go out and play with the fairies. would be a great thing to do for the equinox that's coming up in a few days. So the equinox is on the 20th, tomorrow, right? And then the new moon is the 26th. So on the equinox, and also it's always good to plant seeds in the spring, of course, because we plant our gardens. But a lot of times on the equinox, on the spring equinox, I'll get a pot and I'll plant some herb seeds that are for good luck or for abundance, like thyme, sage, oregano. No, it's not oregano. Anyway, you can look them up, what they're good for spiritually. But of course, sage is good for protection. And then there's a couple of them that are good for abundance and good luck. You know, so you can plant some herb seeds in a pot and take really good care of it, and put your intentions for the rest of the year or for the spring and summer into the pot. How's that sound? So I did that with a friend for her business one time, and it worked really well. So we planted the seeds in the little pot, and we said prayers around her business growing, and it did, and it worked really well. So yeah, so I'm going to try that. I try that for myself again this year. Okay, anybody else have a question? Danielle, say hi today for me, okay? Tell her to call me. I might be coming that way. Okay. Oh, prayers. What prayers? You make up your own prayers, Josie. Make up your prayers for whatever you're needing in your life. You know, whatever you would like. You know, and just thank the elementals for helping you and the angels. Make sure that you're staying in gratitude about all the blessings that you have, and that you thank your guides and teachers all the time and all the angels. Like, when I go to work, I go to a very busy parking lot, okay? So I always talk to my parking angels before I go, and I always thank them when they give me a good parking space. And that works really, really well. Okay. So it's just important to be in gratitude, and the more gratitude you can feel, the more grateful you are for things, the more things that happen that are good for you. And you know, and the more complaining you do, the more things seem to be, you know, stuff you can complain about. So it's really important to try to stay in gratitude. Okay. All right. So we've had a good session today. So if you signed on later, you might want to watch the beginning again, because I talked about the goddess card Bast, which is about independence. And it really has a lot of meaning today that I got out of this card. So for us individually and for our country. So you might want to review the first part of the video if you got in late. Okay? And thank you so much, and I'll see you next week. Will be my 26th live channeling next week. Aloha!